I remember the first time my ATM business generated over $5,000 a month in passive income, all while working my 9-to-5 job. I was tired of being where to go and what to do. I just wanted to have some opportunity to make some money for myself and not rely on somebody else telling me what to do. That is why I got started in the ATM business. Question: don't you ever get just tired of the rat race? Aren't you willing to take that jump into creating something for yourself, something for your family? Well, that's how I got started. I just got frustrated time and time again. There's got to be something better. There's got to be something more. I wanted to make the decision. I wanted to make the successes and failures. I wanted to have something that was for myself, something that I could build, something that I could call my own, and make that leap of faith. But it was not going to be easy. I was constantly looking for something just like the ATM business. And finally I found it, and it was the ATM business. I was able to invest in one ATM and start my process. But I quickly made a bunch of mistakes going into business for myself. The ATMs at that time, they were over $8,000, and surcharges were only $1. So it took a long time to make that return on investment. But I didn't give up. I kept trying and trying. Then prices of ATMs went down and surcharges went up, and I was able to start growing my ATM business. Plus, I started to find gaps. One of the places I made a mistake is we were putting ATMs in places or businesses that didn't have a need for ATMs. So I found a gap. One of the places I found a gap was at that time was putting in ATMs into bars that were cash only and that didn't take credit cards. They did take checks, but I convinced them to stop taking checks, focus on cash only, and soon I had a lane that I could strive and make successful gains in. Plus the ATMs, as I mentioned before, price of ATMs came down, and the bar owners, they didn't want any other surcharge. So we were able to charge more, not sharing any of the revenue, and then quickly develop a route. So I developed these 3 principles to help me grow my ATM business: time efficient principle, strategic location principle, and system creation principle. Time efficiency principle. So I was working a full-time job. I didn't have a lot of time not to be efficient. So I quickly developed a strategy to make me time efficient during the time that I allocated to focus on my ATM business. What does this mean? What this meant is that I had to quickly decide how much money I needed to get from one time I filled the ATM to the second time I filled the ATM. And I didn't have a lot of time to make mistakes. So I analyzed the data over a long period of time. In this case, it was, to be real efficient, was over 18 months. And then I could quickly see the trends and the ups and downs so I wouldn't make mistakes. Plus, I gave myself just a little bit of buffer in the ATM in case they had a run. So because I was working at 9 to 5, I couldn't take time off to fill the ATM in case they ran out of money. One of the good things is when they did run out of money, it was at night on the weekend. So I was able, if I guessed wrong or my data wasn't correct, I was still able to manage it. But that just meant that I would just have to spend a little more time in the field and not with my family. But if I rectified those problems, I wasn't spending my nights or weekends filling ATMs because of the data that I developed from my time efficiency program. Also, back in those days, we were on phone lines, and what I was able to do is convert that into internet, because a lot of times there was phone issues, phone challenges. Once we went on internet, it minimized all my service for the ATMs. Number 2, strategic location process. When I first started out, I was placing an ATM pretty much anywhere I could place an ATM, in places that didn't necessarily need an ATM. Then what I learned is, you know what, if they don't need cash, then there was no point in putting an ATM in that location. In today's environment, it would be like putting an ATM in a high volume restaurant or an auto mechanic, places that don't really need an ATM. What I quickly learned is I put it into bars that did need cash, and at the time they weren't taking credit cards, but they were cashing checks. But in today's realm, what we want to do is we want to place the ATM into a location that needs cash, some kind of payment option. Those are the spots that make the ATMs very profitable and give you high transactional volume. If you're going to put it in a high-end restaurant or a place that takes a considerable amount of credit cards and there's not a lot of traffic, you're wasting your time. It's not going to do the volume that you need to pay for the ATM or give you that cash satisfaction that you're looking for. So high volume locations that have a cash need. And number 3, system creation. What I had to do is I had to create maintenance schedules. And so when I was utilizing, I only had a little amount of time, so I had to utilize that time that I had. So we created a maintenance schedule, which means every 6 months, I upgraded our ATM to the latest grade software. Once a month, I blew out the ATM to get any dust from the dispenser. I make sure that the buttons worked, and I put it into a test mode from once a month just to make sure the buttons and everything work, because I didn't need a service call when I didn't have the time. Therefore, when I did have the time, I utilized that time to the most efficient that I could possibly be. And again, we also put it on internet to keep it away from phone, to minimize service calls. So the whole idea is, when you have your system, is to minimize your service calls. We also put an ATM, so if there was a service issue, what the ATM would do is would call us to let us know the ATM is out of money, or the ATM is low on money, or the ATM hasn't communicated in a 6-hour window. Therefore, I could be proactive on that, and so the next day I could see that night it hasn't communicated in 6 hours, so after work I could go to that location, or I could go before they call me, because the last thing I wanted to do is they call me during the day when I was at my job. Some say people would make a decision. They came across two paths. One, it was a clear path with no obstructions. The other one was a path that wasn't clearly defined, and most people, including myself, I took the path that was well marked and very easy. But what I did that was different than everybody else is I cut through, made my own path, and went down the path that was less traveled. And to me, that's made all the difference. So if you apply the full-time ATM workers principles, which is time efficiency, strategic location selection, and system creation, this will help you build your ATM business while always working a 9-to-5, and this could make all the difference. So if you're interested in starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free ATM checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the next ATM Mastermind video.